Welcome back to Terminal Garage. So today we're going to be carrying on with the 1988 S15 pickup, and today I picked up the new roll pan that finally arrived, so I'm going to be unboxing that. And also I picked up some material for the headliner, this nasty headliner. We're going to try and see what we can do with replacing that with this. I've got to paint the roll pan. I ordered the paint today. It won't be ready till tomorrow, but we can open up and see what it looks like. All right, let's see what's in this box. There we have a roll pan. Hopefully it wasn't damaged in shipping. The box looked to be more or less intact, so. There we go. Looks pretty good to me. And along with this roll pan is the mounting hardware and a nice LED light for the license plate holder. So that's the license plate. Also comes with a license plate mounting hardware, so pretty nice kit. I got this off eBay for 88 bucks, free shipping to the border, and then I got that brought up into Canada, so there you go. All right, the paint came in earlier than I thought, so I've cleaned this thing up, wiped it down. We're going to give this a quick coat of paint. All right, brought that inside. It's a little warmer in the garage. It's a little cool out there, so we'll bring it in here to let this dry. And once it's dry, we'll throw another coat on. But for now, I think I'm gonna go on to the headliner. So with the headliner, there's a couple of clips that are missing off. One's missing. Everything on here is falling apart. It's so brittle. Looks like the previous owner tried to tape these on, which didn't work. But anyway, let's get this opened up, tear the old cover off, and see if we can fix this thing. All right, basically what I did, I tried to use some spray 9 and get this off, but I found a stiff bristled brush. Just using that little brush and scrape it all. It seemed to take a lot of the loose stuff off. I might have to hit it again. Yeah, the headliner, hell nasty. Let's just put that where it belongs, the garbage. And this corner of the headliner was actually broken. Someone had tried to fix it before, and they had these pieces held on with duct tape. The material is like a styrofoam. It's really brittle, so I'm not too sure how I'm going to fix that, but I'll find a way. So I'm going to try to fix that next, and then I'll be spraying some spray adhesive. I've got this spray adhesive that I'll be spraying all over the headliner board, if you will, and then also on the back of the new material, and lay it down. So for the broken pieces on this headliner, I've decided I'm going to try some 5-minute epoxy on there. So I'm going to mix this up, put it on. I think these pieces, get them glued together, and then once they're dried up, I'm going to put those onto here and see if we can salvage this corner. All right, I got that glued up. I've just got these two ends sort of just propped up, hopefully on the right angle. We'll let that sit for 5 or so minutes and see how it looks, and then we'll try to install it on the rest of the headliner. I decided while I had a fair bit of 5-minute epoxy left mixed up, I attached 2 clips. Like I say, there's one's missing, but I put them back in the original spot and glued them down. So we'll see how that does. Well, that 5-minute epoxy seemed to have worked, and this piece actually fits in there not too bad. So I'm going to mix up some more 5-minute epoxy, and I'm going to glue this last piece in. Alright, I got that on there. We'll see how it looks. It's not perfect, but I can work with it. I think once this hardens up, it'll work. I can shave a bit. This edge right here doesn't quite line up, but I can trim that back a little bit. Anything's gonna be better than what it was, that's for sure. Once I get this all recovered, it'll come out nice. So we're gonna let this harden up actually overnight, and I'll come back tomorrow and see if I can start putting the fabric on. All right, it's been I think a little over a day here. I'm gonna pop this tape off here. Look, seems pretty solid. Let's pop this tape off, see what we got. Well, she's definitely solid. That's good. So yeah, this corner definitely is very solid. There's some gaps and stuff, so any imperfections are definitely going to show up in the headliner. So I think what I'm going to do, this is where the visor screws on, obviously, but there's some ridges here, gaps here, another hole up here. I think what I'm going to do now is smooth this out a little bit, some of these seams, and I'm going to try to fill these a little bit with, I'm not too sure what I'll fill them with, but I'll figure something out. And then it's time to start spraying that headliner on. All right, I tried a Dremel tool to clean up this 5-minute epoxy where it's bulked up a bit here, and it works quite well. So I'm gonna go around and clean this off with a Dremel, and then I'm gonna I've decided to use just some body filler and give that a try, because I'll put quite a bit extra catalyst in there to get it to kick off. But I'm gonna fill in all these gaps just to smooth them out, these holes, and let that set, and I think that should be good enough. All right, so I've got this set up on a table. It's about the only thing I can do. My shop is very crowded right now, but make do with what I've got. Looks like it's gonna be okay. There might be a few flaws in here, but still way better than it was. I'm gonna spray this thing down with this spray adhesive, let it sit, and then I'm gonna take the headliner, I'm gonna put it on here and spray that next. And then I'll start putting it together, cutting it and trimming it and folding it over and see what it looks like, see how this goes. First time I've ever done this, so let's see what happens. All right, well, there's the headliner. It's definitely not perfect. If you look close, I don't know if you can see it on here. Where is it? Right. There's a few wrinkles that are in there that are hard to get out. But all in all, you know what? That was pretty good. So now it's a matter. I'll cut these holes out where the visors go, and that'll be one of the things to install is the new headliner. I'm happy. All right, I got a story to tell before we carry on with this headliner. I took this truck out for a drive the other day. I thought everything was fine, as you guys seen in another video. And all of a sudden, it started losing power. I was quite far from home and ended up dying, and I had to get towed home. It was an extremely expensive tow. I won't tell you how much it was till maybe when I do a price breakdown. But what I'm going to show you is I think I know what's wrong, and it's embarrassing. So I decided not to pull the tank out because it's full of fuel. And when I went and lifted the box and had a look, I see an issue. Do you see an issue? How about two kinked hoses? How about that's why I'm not getting any fuel to the engine? So I'm going to reroute these hoses and see if well, actually that's a vent, that big one. But this little one right here, I'm 99% sure that's my problem. So I'm going to unkink that, reroute that hose, and see if that's the problem. And I bet it is. And that was me putting the tank in and not doing it correctly. And that cost me a lot of money and a big old pain in the arse. So let's see what happens. All right, she's running. So as you can see, what I did is put a couple of proper service loops in there. I think the previous owner cut them off and they were too short, so they were kinked. I should have known better when I put it in. It seemed a bit tight. But anyway, we've got the truck running again, so I'm going to put this box back down, and then I'm going to be putting that headliner in. All right, well, there you have it. Headliner's in. Passenger side really gave me some grief. My shoulders are killing me. Just hard getting those holes lined up with the screws, but got the trim pieces on and everything. The only problem is the clips that I glued on the front, I think they broke off actually. But that's okay. It's held in. It's a heck of a lot better than it was when it was all moldy and nasty. So, all right, that's gonna do it for this video. Quite a long one. There's a lot going on in that one. Got the headliner done, got the box off the truck to fix those fuel lines, so the truck is now running. That's great. And we got the roll pan painted. The next video is going to be putting the roll pan in. That'll be not too long. So yeah, and a reminder, we're getting pretty damn close to this epic road trip I've been telling you guys about, and it's going to be good. So thanks for watching. Put your thoughts and comments below, and how about a thumbs up and a subscribe. Thanks a lot, and have a nice day.